Thank you, female viewers, for liking my Harry Potter videos. I really appreciate your support. Okay, today I'm going to talk about, Harry Potter reality. I did not know that there's a Harry Potter studio located in London, England, as a very famous attraction. I have never been there before, but it probably costs a lot of money. But the Harry Potter movies were not actually filmed in Hollywood, California. They're actually filmed in London, England. I did not know London, England has a film industry. I thought lots of movies are filmed in California. I think the reason why Harry Potter was filmed in England because they get tax credits from Her Majesty's the Queen. Don't you guys agree? Back in 2016, the last time I came to London, they have tons of Harry Potter tourist stuff there. Like they have advertisements for the studio you can visit, and in the magazine they talk about Harry Potter. That the magazine said in the Tourist magazine of London, they said that Harry Potter is way more British than the Queen. I think I did saw some advertisements of Harry Potter in the hotels in London, England. I'm not joking. It's true. But that was when Harry Potter was celebrating its 15th anniversary. Isn't that kind of interesting? During my visit to a Hamleys toy store, they had tons of Harry Potter wands on sale. I think some of these magic wands are probably too expensive. Don't you guys agree? I have never seen Harry Potter wands in a toy store before, but we don't have those things here in America. But Harry Potter's like a pop culture icon of Great Britain. But in reality, not too many Londoners are Harry Potter people. They're just normal people like you and I. Like there's just like they have really nice teenage girls helping us and stuff like that. They're with their mom. That's an interesting culture of British people. Like you see a lot of teenage girls hang out with their moms. That's kind of sweet, isn't it? Or maybe some teenage girls hang out with their friends. I don't really know. I bet a lot of like young girls in England are really close to their moms. Don't you guys agree? In London? Well, I know in America, some teenage girls do hang out with their moms. Some teenage girls in America hang out with their friends their own age. But in England, some young girls like to hang out with their moms. Oh, I'm not joking. It's true. They don't carry magic wands or brooms. They're just normal people like you and I. Why would a British group of people have magic wands anyway? If I do meet a British person, like a British girl, I want to ask her a question. Do you like Harry Potter? Is it accurate to your culture? I don't know anything about British culture. When I was with my mom all the time during my travels. It was really complicated to meet people during my travels. I feel like a dog with a leash. It's kind of boring, isn't it? Back when I was 9 years old, the first time I went to London, I don't know if they have any Harry Potter stuff there. I don't think British people back in 2005 were crazy about Harry Potter. Sorry, my memory about my trip to London is a little bit kind of foggy. During my travels to London, when I came back home to America, my memory got erased very quickly. Maybe because of the time I went to London, it's a very strange, futuristic place. Everything's all nice and clean looking. Compared to Las Vegas, Nevada, it's really awful here. When I went to London, it's like, wow, this place is so small and clean and very high tech, really nice, really pretty. Whoa, it's true, like the hotels look like you're in the future. It looks like a Star Wars movie, doesn't it? Here in Las Vegas, Nevada, we're stuck in caveman times. Most of the neighborhoods are really awful. There's a lot of poor people everywhere. This is terrible. I don't know if Londoners are rich or not, but the Harry Potter series is the economy of the United Kingdom. Kind of interesting, right? But America is a rich country. We build automobile. Our economy is mostly automobiles, light bulbs, chemicals, medicine, airplanes, and trains, I think, and trucks, and movies and television shows. That's America, and cameras, and what other resources do we make in America? We make good food. We have wheat. We have corn. We have video. We make lots of good DVDs and videos. Even though they're from Japan, even though we developed them in the United States, they ship them all over the world. But the movie industry is the economy of the United States of America. We're also pioneers in making spaceships. But how come Las Vegas is so crappy? I don't know. It's funny how the Harry Potter movies are very popular in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. You see them on TV, you see them in movie theaters, you see lots of Lego sets. But if you go to London, everybody there is crazy about Harry Potter because Harry Potter is a cultural icon of the British people. Does Harry Potter have anything to do with British people? I don't know. I never met a British person before. I did go to London, but I didn't pay much attention. I wasn't that interested in going to London anyway back when I was a kid. I thought I'd be staying at home instead. And then instead I had to go to school and do homework and math and reading and boring crap. What should I do besides going to school? Watch PBS Kids shows all by myself. With nobody around. PBS Kids shows are big kids all for me because they're for boys. Why would a girl watch a show that's for bad guys and boys anyway? This is horrible. But the most cool thing, well, I don't know if British people ever have Harry Potter Lego sets. I don't know if Lego sets of Harry Potter are very popular in the United Kingdom. They're mostly popular here in America, but they aren't very popular in the UK. I don't know why is Harry Potter so big in America. But Harry Potter is a British product, not an American product. Well, because it's about a boy who goes to wizard school. Because we don't write stories about kids going to school to learn magic. Some of our stories are about kids going on hillbillies, going on adventures, and what else? Superheroes, and dinosaurs, science fiction. But the British, they are pioneers in making fantasy films because they do write lots of fantasy books, like Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, and The Wind in the Willows, I think. These are fantasy films from Britain. Well, actually, they're fantasy stories for kids. I never noticed the British people are very good at making fantasy stories. It's fantasy part of the tradition of British people. Us Americans, we do write a couple of fantasy stories. We write science fiction stories, but the British invented science fiction stories like H.G. Wells. But we write books about people going on adventures in the frontier like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Those are famous kids' books from America. But the British are pioneers in making children's books like Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm going to talk about Thomas the Tank Engine's popularity in England in the future in my future videos someday, but not in this video right now. I'll talk about it later. This video is about Harry Potter, not Thomas the Tank Engine. Do you think Thomas the Tank Engine and Harry Potter are very similar franchises? They're both British, and they both have a very ordinary character like Harry Potter and Thomas the Tank Engine. Do you think these guys are pretty much have the same personality? I don't know. Thomas the Tank Engine doesn't wear glasses because it's a train. He does have a best friend named Percy. Kind of like how Harry Potter has a best friend named Ron Weasley, who's kind of like the innocent one. Harry Potter is way more understandable for us, but Thomas the Tank Engine are just trains, not people. Have you girls ever watched Thomas the Tank Engine back when you were a kid? But sometimes Thomas the Tank Engine is more like a boy series. I don't know any boys in my lifetime who saw Thomas the Tank Engine, not in preschool, because my friendship education's not very good. I'm not very good at talking to people. The only friends I have are my mom and dad. I was really close them a lot. Maybe I need to learn how to let go of them for a while and hang out with other kids because sometimes moms and dads are really busy. You need to learn how to let go of your parents. Sometimes dads are really fun, but you need to let go of your dad because dads had to go to work all the time.